Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video session. I'm still Thomas, and I'm still one of the IELTS teachers at LangGo Learning System. These sessions are designed to help you improve a certain aspect of one of the 4 key competencies in your IELTS exam. In this case, vocab, and you should be able to use this across all 4 skills. I ate 8 pairs of pears. Can you work out the right word for this phonemic transcription? We've got 2 word couples that have the same pronunciation but different spellings. These homophones can sometimes confuse us when listening. To help you avoid this problem, I'll teach you some common pairs of homophones that my students usually find difficult to distinguish. Let's see what they are, and who knows, maybe your mistakes will also be included here. Number 1, altogether versus all together. I think that many of you get this usage wrong because they look so similar. Only one space and a letter make that meaning completely change. Firstly, altogether is an adverb that means thoroughly, completely, or entirely. The company decided to withhold the marketing department's commission altogether because they violated the most important regulations in order to make sales. If you separate the phrase into 2 words, you have a new phrase, the meaning of which is a group of people or things in a certain place, all together. The happiest moment of the year is when my family are all together at Christmas. Number 2, flower versus flower. Do you normally make a mistake when you listen to these 2 words? Well, you have to use context to identify the correct one. The first, flour, refers to a substance that is usually used to make bread and cakes. To make custard cakes, you should buy about 500 grams of flour and follow the recipe I gave you. Flower, seed-bearing part of a plant. For my birthday, my brother gave me a bunch of flowers as a beautiful present. When you can't find something somewhere, you loose or lose. Which one do you choose? Lose or loose? I'll help you differentiate between these 2 words now. In terms of spelling and pronunciation, the 2 words are similar. The word lose with the ending z, but loose has a s. Lose with z is a verb, and that means that you don't have something anymore. Think about lost. To prepare for the wedding next month, he's trying to lose 3 kilograms. Loose with s refers to something that is not tight. It's an adjective. The strings of his shoes are really loose. Next up is a pair of words that I see many students confuse. That is compliment and compliment. A compliment is used when you want to praise someone or something. It's used as both a noun and a verb when you want to say that you like something about someone. For example, my mother always compliments my sister on her flower arranging skills. Compliment can be understood as when 2 things or ingredients match with each other, normally referring to clothing or food. Her white dress, or his blue shirt, complements her black handbag, or his red tie. This kind of beef complements the sauce well. Number 5 is bear and bear. Well, we know that the pronunciation is the same, but we know that the spelling is different, right? Bear as a noun, you probably know, is a kind of animal. I want to mention the meaning of the verb too. It means that someone has to suffer difficulties or an unpleasant situation. Due to the misunderstanding of people in her family, she has to bear isolation for 2 months. Bare as an adjective describes something that is uncovered. Bare as a verb means to expose or reveal something. Visitors are required to have bare feet when entering a temple or pagoda. Affect and effect. Well, I want to ask you that when you make a noise, do you affect or effect others? Many of you are confused, right? Why do you feel that both of them make sense? Probably because you're not using them correctly. Let me clarify them for you. Grammatically, they're pretty different, but the way of pronunciation is similar. I think that this is the reason that makes you feel confused when using them. Affect is the verb. The meaning is to change a situation. Effect is the noun, and this refers to the results, mostly bad ones, of an action. Don't be loud at night, you will affect others' sleep. Whenever deciding to take an action, you should think about the effect that could be caused. The next pair I want you to learn is a twin, just different in 1 letter and the word form. That pair is advice and advise. Advice is a noun pronounced as advice, which means that you say what somebody should do. My teacher gave me the advice that you should grasp opportunities when they come. Advise is the verb form, pronounced as advise, which refers to the action of giving someone advice. My mother advised me to watch out for strangers. Night and night. The pronunciation of these two words is exactly the same. We differentiate them by their meaning. Knight is a man given a special honour or rank by a king or queen. Their title is usually Sir. The image of the knight in my mind is a powerful and courageous individual in a suit of armour. Night refers to the time when it's dark and most people sleep. A really familiar word. Before the exam, I often stay up all night revising. Next, an interesting pair, male and male. When I read the writing of one of my students, he wrote that his father was a male man. I burst out laughing, but I know that this mistake is caused by the similarities between the two words. Male, verb or noun, as a noun means letters that you send to someone. This is why we have the word email for digital letters. I have to send an email to my boss to report my progress. Male refers to gender. In British English, the word post is used as a verb or a noun instead of male. Male, adjective or noun, indicating that something is masculine or has masculine reproductive organs. People often assume that a male will play the role of a breadwinner in the family. The last pair is sauce and sauce. Sauce is a type of liquid added to food. Source means the cause or the origin of something. Hopefully, you won't be confused anymore. Let's recap the examples. I see the sauce dripping from the top of the fish. It's so appetizing. I finally found the source of the noise. As normal, we'll wrap things up by restating these 10 pairs for you. Altogether, completely versus united. Flower, flower, a substance and a plant. Lose or loose. To lose something versus not tight. Compliment and compliment. To praise someone versus a match with something. Bare and bare. Suffer something versus naked or uncovered. Affect and effect. Change something versus the results of something. Advice and advise. A tip against guiding someone. Night and night. A hero, a time of day. Male and male. A letter versus a gender. Source and source. Liquid versus an origin for something. Make sure you jot them down to ensure that they stick in your mind. Remember how to write them and what they mean to avoid making mistakes when using them in your IELTS exam. I really hope that you found this session useful in preparing you for your IELTS test. If you'd like to sign up for IELTS courses here at LangGo, please click on the link below. Our courses will cater to your individual needs and you will get personalised learning pathways. Remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button to get notifications of our latest uploads. Once again, I'm Thomas at LangGo Learning System. Have a good day, stay safe, bye.